This week's episode of the multiple award-winning Here For It podcast is brought to you by Seasons and Seasonings. And that needs some more seasoning. My co-host is wearing a hat that...
and it's jolly! Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and Feliz Navidad. Make sure if you are partaking in any holiday meal, that whatever you bring must be seasoned.
Come on out.
If you can't season nothing, bring a bottle, be a classy gay. Don't be a nasty gay.
Because I don't know nothing about the paprika and how much... What do it require? Nutmeg? Because I know it's season's greetings. Or do you put cinnamon? Or do you put both?
It depends on the dish, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
That's why you are bringing the bottle.
That's why I'm just bringing the bottle kind of girl. I'm like, what kind of wine you want?
I am the Superman, TheeSupaman, a.k.a. one of Patti LaBelle's missing background singers.
I'm the other one.
Where are my background singers? BKA Dr. Manhattan's dick.
Woo! They deserve the moment of silence. Amen. My name is Ronald Matters. Follow me on the internet at Ronald Matters. And of course, RonaldMatters.com.
Also, this week, our episode is brought to you by the amazing Manscaped. This men's grooming company has some amazing products for your nether regions. From trimmers specifically designed for pubic regions, ball deodorants, and ball toners to keep your balls nice and tight for the new year. There's no reason to go into 2020 with wrinkly nuts. Get over to manscaped.com right now. That's Manscaped, MANSCAPED.com right now. Get your balls in order.
I'm here for it.
Our icebreaker this week is, can boys be princesses?
Yes.
Okay.
No, remember I had the book on my coffee table. It's in my entertainment stand now, but what was the book about? It was the young black boy who wrote the book about being a princess, and he did the whole TV talk show circuit. Oh my gosh, I feel so guilty for not knowing his name. But yes, the boys can be princesses.
Yeah, there was a picture circulating social media again this week of a black boy as a princess with Snow White, I believe was. Maybe she was Cinderella. I get them mixed up. But like a Disney princess was taking pictures with kids, and this one black boy came up, and he was also dressed like a princess, living his best life. And of course, the internet exploded because how dare a black boy think he can be a princess? What the fuck? A princess?
How dare he be a deadbeat father? Y'all allow them to aspire to be everything else. How about he aspire to marry rich and walk around in gowns? Shit.
So my answer is, of course they can. It's a stepping stone to becoming a queen.
Come on out.
And everybody does not have to conform to your masculine fantasies. If he wants to be a queen when he grows up and a princess while he's young, that is his choice to make, not yours. NOTYOURS.
Period.
This ghetto podcast has been going on all year long, and we could not have done it without each and every one of you. So thank you guys so much for your support, for supporting this ghetto ass podcast. Thank you guys for our awesome sponsors and donors and contributors for helping us realize this vision all year long. We were able to do it every episode when we wanted to do the episode.
Yeah.
And we hope that y'all stick by us in 2020. There's more fire, more hot shit coming up that we have planned for y'all. So one, if you are not already subscribed to this podcast, make sure you are subscribed right now. If you would like to help support this podcast and give us a little Christmas gift. Today is Christmas.
Happy holidays.
You can get over to our Patreon right now, and for at least $1, you can open up the treasure vault of all of the Patreon content that we have posted throughout the year. We have posted pictures, videos, basically full episodes of the podcast,
Insta lives and things. We've been doing things.
All of those things throughout the year are on our Patreon right now, and for at least $1, that could be a Christmas gift. That give Here For a Podcast a Christmas gift. Get over to our Patreon right now. For at least $1, you can unlock all of that, and you can get your life because ain't nothing coming on TV for the next week anyway. So you might as well get over to Patreon and get your life on something.
And it might not be known here for a podcast either, but
if you ain't got $1,
huh?
The least you can do is make sure you like this episode and share it with your friends and community on social media, so somebody else can get a quick giggle or 2 or 3. Or find us on the internet and write us hate mail like sometimes they do.
Woo, child. Hereforapod@gmail.com. Not my private inbox. RonaldMatters@gmail is a whole separate business.
But thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you guys.
A mess.
Thank you guys so much for your support. Our affirmation this week is: it's okay for 2020 to be your reset button.
This hat gotta go. Woo. Okay, I was festive for 5 minutes. Ring-a-ling-a-ling. Okay.
This is why we don't give y'all wigs. We don't give y'all lace fronts because you can't deal.
I cannot.
It's okay for 2020 to be your reset button. Fuck people who want to judge you for going back to the gym, changing your diet, or quitting something to make yourself more healthy. Mm-hmm. Your temple is yours, and you only get one in this lifetime. People's judgment of how you want to upkeep it is not your business. Let them keep their negativity over there in the slow lane while you race toward the finish line.
Amen.
So, I say that as the new year approaches. Again, today is Christmas as you guys are listening, but we all know what happens literally right after Christmas is, one, you got fat because you ate a whole bunch on Christmas. Mm-hmm. And then you start being like, oh my God, my body, I don't want to take this fat body into 2020. I'm going to get fit. I'm going to stop smoking. I'm going to stop drinking.
Me too.
I'm not reading him this
I
podcast.
have goals.
Okay.
I have goals.
Yeah. So allow those reset buttons for yourself. And if it only lasts for 2 weeks and then you just fall back down, remember that you still can get back up.
Come on now.
Last week we talked about nothing because we were off for my birthday.
Happy birthday. You turned 21 finally. I was like, girl, I'm tired of having to buy 2 drinks and you get carded, then we got to leave the club.
I mean, I guess.
You are so young.
Yeah, the gray in my beard grows every day. I was in Mexico. I was jet skiing and zip lining and having public sex. So
was y'all? Oh my gosh. Well, this gonna come up later in this episode.
How?
We're gonna get there. Oh, what Nicki Minaj say? Oh, we gonna get into some things.
Oh, okay.
That's my favorite part of Queen. Oh, we gonna get into some things.
So, if you guys are new to the podcast this year, you know, well, you don't know. You don't know that our last episode of the year is always our Gay Olympics episode, meaning we have some categories and we're going to nominate some people for some awards.
The third annual. This
is the third annual Gay Olympics. Mm-hmm. So if y'all want to keep seeing Gay Olympics happen, we got to get to year 4. Get over to our Patreon right now. So I'm going to announce a category. And I'm going to give my nominees, and Ron Matters is going to give his nominees. Okay. And then we're going to collectively decide who won the award.
I love that we do this on air.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's so crazy.
No. So, like, the Grammys and the Oscars, they be, like, getting together and colluding and being like, well, what looks good politically? What bitch deserves this? And they do all that shit behind closed doors, and they come out and be like, it's a surprise! La La Land won. Girl, no. We don't do that because we believe it should be fair and impartial, raw judging. #raw. So the first category that I'm going to put up this year is most turnt year.
Who you got?
So most turnt year, again for newbies, if you have not been listening for 3 years, means that this person had the most turnt year possible.
Sweetie.
So my nominees are Lizzo, obviously,
because
she had a really turnt year. I don't like a lot of the things that Lizzo's name has been in, and the way that I definitely don't like the way that some people have talked about her, but it's undeniable with her #1 and her Grammy nominations, Entertainer of the Year, her glow up.
She used to work at Liberty, Texas.
Okay. So I can't take any of that away from her. And Cardi B, for becoming another rapper female who won a Grammy. Donald Trump, keep getting away with shit. Got away with shit all fucking year long. And Kim Kardashian.
My question is, who hosts a damn Merry Christmas rally and when they getting impeached? I mean, like, girl, what is going on, Donald Trump?
He's having a turnt year.
He was like, it don't feel like I'm being impeached. I mean, I hear what y'all complaining about dishwashers and people who flush the toilets. He said people flush the toilet too many times. He think he gonna have to put a limit. So is the federal government gonna put? I mean, like,
no,
bottoming is gonna go out of business if this is going on.
The federal government ain't about to do nothing. He's just talking. But that's why I nominated him for most turnt, because he really is turnt. And if you think he was turned in 2019, he's about to get turnt in 2020.
Re-election year? Well, he got to do scams for votes? Oh, he about to be... So I have two. I'm going to go with my soft one first. It says India Moore, who starred in... well, of course, she slayed another season of Pose. Mm-hmm. That's just her thing. And then she was casting... Queen and Slim. Queen and Slim. It's just one of the girls in the room, because it was a pimp down to the NOLA, New Orleans. And she was just one of the girls. And then on Twitter, I was like, oh, the gay agenda is they've snuck this transgender woman in there in the scene. And we as men have a right to know that there was a transgender girl in that movie, in that house.
So one quick thing about that before we make our deliberations on who should win. Nobody snuck a transgender woman into that movie because all y'all know who India Moore is. Name the other two girls that was hoes in the house. You don't know them hoes' names. So you know the trans girl's name because she's famous. Nobody snuck a famous person into the movie. If anything, them other two bitches was snuck into the movie because I don't know them. And still don't know them and saw the movie. So get the fuck out of here with that.
And India Moore also was the first trans model to cover Elle magazine. So the winner of Project Runway every year gets to be included in Elle magazine. So, like, I think that that's a prize that the people in the fashion industry are looking towards. So for India Moore to be the first trans woman to cover that, I think she's having a professionally turned year. Okay. I thought we was trying to be classy down to the awards.
I'm just trying to be fair. Okay. I don't like anything that Donald Trump has ever done in his fucking life. But I cannot deny that the motherfucker is turned.
I do think that Monet Exchange turned her lip sync to Good as Hell to the when Lizzo was the judge on Drag Race. So I think that was a cute little moment for Lizzo, but that's the only real moment that I think about Lizzo. Everything else is okay.
All these performances?
She plays the flute. I think she did great at the BET Awards. Whatever the current single was back in June when she was performing
at the
BET Awards. I don't know what she performed at the AMAs.
Oh, no. Which one? Oh, it was the VMAs where she had the big ass on the stage.
Oh, yo. Okay. That was cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we're giving her. Cute. She's cute.
I'm saying that those were memorable. She's been turned all year long.
Okay, well, here's my final submission. Okay. Darrell Hines will jack off anywhere.
Wait, this is still most turned.
This is turned. That's what my point is, because he will jack off anywhere. He was jacking off on the side of the highway, talking some y'all come pick me up. He was jacking off.
Is he a double nominee? Is he also in the porn category?
He could be. Look. If you got him on your list,
I don't.
But he was definitely jacking off on the side of the highway. Then he was jacking off down to the Planet Fitness. The girls had started a campaign down to the Twitter to identify him and get him banned from Planet Fitness.
If you're serious about fitness, don't go to Planet Fitness.
Then he was jacking off down to the hotel pool. Thompson, come get in here with me, bruh. No. We're going to have to empty the water out and chlorinify. Is that a word? Name your baby that. Chlorinify. Just Darrell Hines is doing his OnlyFans porn, and he was going to get these subscribers by any means necessary. I think him and Donald Trump basically tick for tat. Stunt. That's very turned.
Okay. So who you got?
Turnt is gonna have to be between Donald Trump and Darrell.
Okay. And the winner is...
For me, I don't know. Who do you pick?
Donald Trump. Okay. I mean, you can't... It's presidential turntness.
I mean, it's
It's turned.
Presidential harassment.
Yes. He got away with saying presidential harassment for being charged for crimes. You did criminal shit. Ain't nobody harass you?
And then he talking about the do nothing Democrats. We had called you and told you to come down here. We could have sent you a car. You got a lot of cars parked outside. We done already paid for those.
He don't even need a car. The White House is around the corner from the Capitol building. He could have walked over there.
That was some the do nothing Democrats. And bring your friends. They had subpoenaed all Donald Trump friends, and nobody
And
came.
all their paperwork and all their computers, and
nobody come to work.
Nobody sent the iPad down to say, "Look, this is what the information we got." That was a turnt year. Honestly, truly.
Honestly, yeah.
Okay. Next category: icon in the making.
Okay, so
I have 3. The first one is going to be
informative because it's an icon.
Yeah.
We're not being classy. I thought I really wrote classy stuff. Like I'm like, oh, she did. She was a speaker. She like my icon in the. I'm like, wow, this person just got a brand deal.
Now we're gonna get to a couple of those. My first icon in the making is Pastor Tongue. My second one is Laith Ashley, and my third one is Haley Bailey.
Who is that?
Haley.
From Chloe and Haley?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, great. I was like, okay. My icons in the making is Dominique Jackson from Pose. Kind of like Candy, she's been going around talking about the trans movement and all those types of things, but coming from Dominique Jackson and this, given what her character gives on Pose and what she gives in person when I see her, I really think she's an icon in the making. I think I wanted to nominate Candy as like the second person, but she gets in trouble on Twitter a lot. And
she does.
Not that you can't have like provoking commentary, but you can't be on the wrong side of the aisle, man. Okay, so that's my first one. And the second one is Black gay author Donnell Moore, who has just joined Netflix's diversity and inclusion team. Last year, he ruled the summer when it was announced that he was on Oprah Winfrey's book list, short list for the books that you need to be reading. And then for him, like...
And it's right there.
Yeah. Come on, LGBT household. And for this year, for him to snatch that Netflix deal, and he was like, hey, y'all, I'm packing up my New York house and moving to L.A. I was so jealous. I was like, I want my job. I want that job. What is it called when the job pay for you to come out? And they move your shit.
They pay your moving expenses.
And then they, from New York to LA, that's like 6,000 miles, ain't it? How many miles that is?
Well, I'm just happy that one of us is going to be in the room when Netflix is making deals and doing production, because oftentimes they're not now. They haven't been too problematic. They just ain't did enough of our content that they should be doing. And hopefully he's involved with the content production element as well.
So who's going to win? Icon in the making.
I'm leaning towards Pastor Tongue because that was iconic what he did this year. But the winner should be Darnell Moore.
Icon in the making.
Do you know what he did to the internet? You know what he did to y'all, to the gay boys and the straight women?
If that's the case, give it to the pastor chair girl.
Oh, he didn't do nothing to nobody.
When they was sucking dick in the pastor chair down to the sanctuary.
Nobody was like, oh my God, I want to find him. See if I get my dick sucked by him. Nobody said that.
Well, I couldn't end up making this Darnell Moore. Thank you. I rescued that one. Wow.
Next is Humanitarian of the Year.
Okay, what you got? I got one. How many you got?
Give me your one, because my two I'm going to go into detail.
I have one. It's Jason Prodigy, who is the real life overall mother of the House of Prodigy in Philadelphia. There is a 30-minute documentary featured by the Philly Inquirer that does a view of ballroom culture in the last 30 years in Philly. And so for Jason Prodigy to be the face of that, a black gay man, and for him to get like posters made really big and to cover the front page of the paper, and for a ballroom to be at the front of it, and just for Jason being like a really good mother. Like the people check in on down to the Insta and the Twitter, and they're like, I'm with Mother Prodigy. We're hanging out down here. Mother Prodigy always has some food on the stove, and it got a nice house for us all to come to when we're going through it. So my Humanitarian of the Year is Jason Prodigy. I hope you got a classy humanitarian. I don't even know.
You never know.
Did you do a classy
Yes.
Upscale humanitarian listing.
Absolutely. Both of my gentlemen are classy and esteemed.
Come on.
The first
Sponsored by Walmart. Or we need to get a sponsor for the
We're sponsored by Manscaped this week.
Manscaped.com. Get to it.
My first Humanitarian of the Year nominee is Dana White. Dana White is a speaker and facilitator, also a current program officer on the True Colors United board. True Colors is a program that implements innovative solutions to youth homelessness that focuses on the unique experiences of LGBTQ young people. They impact over 4.2 million youth in the United States of America.
Is this the hashtag 40 to none? They do the LGBT youth homeless
They're
day?
involved. Yep.
Hashtag 40 to none.
He's also made a impact as the program manager for Smile, Smile SMYAL, supporting and mentoring youth advocates and leaders, supports and empowers LGBTQ youth in Washington D.C. metropolitan area through youth leadership. Smile creates opportunities for LGBT youth and builds self-confidence, develops critical life skills, and engages their peers and community through service and advocacy. So he has been on both of those boards this year and has done great things for both of those, and has also been working independently for himself in speaking and facilitating engagements and going out and making sure that he represents the community the way that the community really needs to be represented.
Come on.
So Dana White is my first nominee. My second nominee is Mario Gray of Us Helping Us. He is the high impact. I love Mario. He's the high impact prevention and training coordinator. Us Helping Us is a program that is committed to improving the health and well-being of communities of colors through innovative programs and services. He is also the facilitator of the Crossroads Healing, Sexual Health, and Awareness trip to the cabins of Deep Creek, Maryland. So both of those are my nominees, very highly accomplished throughout this year. They've helped so many gay people, well, LGBTQ people of color, throughout 2019, and have just dedicated so much of their time and so much of their energy and spirit to helping out our community in any way possible, no matter the time, date, place, event, venue.
I like this category. Look at us, Humanitarian of the Year. I think it's Dana. I really like Dana's work.
Okay. So Dana White, you are our Humanitarian of the Year.
I love it. Follow him on Twitter. Is it Dana Vivian White?
Yes.
On Twitter.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
Dana White, amazing. Come pick up your award later. Our next category is Read of the Decade.
What you got?
We added this because Twitter can't stop talking about it. I have two nominees.
Okay.
And one of them is because it just was overwhelmingly talked about, even though I don't feel like this is a read of the decade for me, because when you look back in hindsight, the person that was doing the reading read herself.
Girl, don't be looking back unless your shoe fell off. Don't get your shoe, girl.
The one that everyone was talking about was obviously Phaedra versus Kenya at that one reunion where
but what you will know is that he needed $10 to get a medium pizza, so he nutted in or something so you can have a something. It was cute. I really think Phaedra came up with it off the dome, though. I really think Phaedra came up with it off the dome.
I don't know.
The same way that the girls read Kai for her, quote, rehearsed reads, I don't really think that was a rehearsed read, though. That was too detailed. She said,
"No, it may not be. It may not have been rehearsed word for word, but she definitely was putting that shit together."
Peddling sperm banks, needing the $10 for a pizza.
And meanwhile, she sits next to her ex-husband, who is a current convict. So that's also a read to herself. But my next nominee is New York versus Gemma.
Who that is? On that
Tiffany
Celebrity,
Celebrity Big Brother.
Yeah.
New York won. The read, this is why this is my nominee. The read went from when they were talking face to face all the way from when they were talking face to face to the confessional, and she continued to read.
She's like, "Girl, I got a little more to say."
I didn't finish my read. The read started off with Gemma being petty and asking for her shoes back, and Tiffany New York HBIC Pollard said, "Oh, bitch, you want your shoes back?" And she took her shoes off. She took these fucking, were they Gucci? I can't remember. There was something,
I think they were Gucci.
Something name brand. Mm-hmm. And she took these motherfucking shoes off and threw them at her. And then got in the confessional and continued to drag her and saying, if they were meant for a beautiful girl, she should have never picked them up off the rack. So those are my nominees.
Oh, okay. So the first one says, you need to be trying to get an education because your looks ain't going to get you paid.
Oh, yeah.
Your hair is uneven. You look dusty. So what are you going to do besides pander, rob, and try to trick some chick out of her baby's check or something? So I just really think that whole scene is the overall mother. But on Beyond Scared Straight, 51-year-old Reginald, they didn't give the last name for security reasons, I'm sure. But Reginald said, you need to be trying to get an education because your looks ain't going to get you paid. That is a educational, classy read. I'm telling you, young man, don't end up 51 out here like me with a bump and curl down to the... How is they even curling hair in prison? I don't even know.
They got the rolling curls like the pink ones.
Oh, okay. I was like, I don't even know how Reginald rolled his hair. Got a nail on and everything. So shout out to you. Looks ain't gonna get you paid. You look dusty. And the second one is when Father Pope was talking to Olivia.
Oh no, I thought
about having to work
to Fitz, because that one when he told Fitz you were nothing but a boy. Ugh.
So I was trying to pick one specifically just because I was like, I don't know if I could just do all the Father Pope monologues or if I have to give a specific one. But it sounds like you got one and I got one. But when Father Pope was talking about how black people have to work twice as hard to get half of what white people have. Baby girl, it was 8:47 and we was #scandal ABC and we was like, bitch, we felt that in our puss. We felt that in our cankles. We felt that in our gout. Okay? We felt that.
In the lymphoedema.
When Father Pope said us black folks black folks in the UK felt that, black folks in Canada felt that.
Africa.
Yeah. So, just the best read of the decade.
I can't top that. Like that one Papa Pope for the win.
Father Pope, read of the decade. Anytime he on the camera.
In general. We ain't even gonna just say that one or that one or that one. Papa Pope, the reader of the last decade.
Come on.
The best TV show of 2019. My nominees are Pose, of course. She's just been nominated since
she said girl. Okay, she's on my list as well.
Watchmen and When They See Us.
So I definitely have Pose because the stories that they explored this season with the funerals, having to go to so many funerals, and the boys were just like, oh, we want to go get pizza and hang out. And then Praytel had to tell them, no, we have got to, this is us dying. If we have to go to 6 funerals a day, that's what they had to go through back then. So like to share that story and then to talk about the sexualization of trans women, having homegirl work down to the sex shop
Candy.
For another season.
Dominique Jackson.
Yeah, so having her work down to the sex shop and those stories, and
it wasn't Evangelista, and now she's Winter.
Yeah, so now them booking the summer girls trip in the middle of August. Damn. Electro Abundance. There we go.
Electro Abundance.
Winter.
Evangelista Winter.
Look, okay, how
she going through transitions,
and then they went to the summer house. So talking about how being a trans woman and exploring the BDSM fantasy with them. And then I have one more thing.
And a trans woman falling in love on the beach.
Yeah.
And dealing
what hope looked like.
Dealing with her HIV diagnosis, and coming through stronger by the end. And then obviously the death. I think I can say it because I feel like everybody has seen it now. It's the end of the year. But the death of Candy, #spoilers.
It still kept us tuned in because we loved her character so much. She died like episode 2 and we were like, girl, episode 9, where's Candy? She better be in this one. So Pose, that's my
kept us glued to the TV.
Yeah. And then my second one is About Last Night, that's produced by Slate TV. It's a TV series on YouTube. They have Slate TV, the app.
Oh!
So
I have it saved in my
You should
to watch later.
Yeah. They up to like 8 episodes on YouTube now.
The
but
one
the
that
series
the beginning of it is an engaged couple. That's what drew me in.
Okay.
Um,
Well, About Last Night, it's about a one night stand between Spencer and Jaden at a house party in New York City, but they developed a real relationship out of it. And so it's talking about how weird it is that a one night stand could turn into a real relationship, and the dynamics between families on both sides. And I think I think it's Jaden. Jaden's ex is still in the picture because whenever he gets mad at Spencer, the first thing he do is call up his ex. But his ex is the weed man. His ex is the weed man, so it's like, okay, well, girl, that's still my plug. I'm mad at you, which is why I need to smoke. And so, like, if I need to smoke, and then he come over here, shambles. I need a discount on my week because it ain't a pay week. Woo! Don't let me have like extra troubles. My man get on my nerves. It's not a pay week. I need to smoke. Come up here, I'll suck it, and you just leave a bag.
This sounds personal for you.
It could be my testimony.
Okay. So I did see that one on YouTube.
Yeah.
But the one that I'm talking about is Love at First Night. It's also on Slay TV.
Oh, is that what it's called? Love at First Night. I said About Last Night. Oops.
Oh, okay.
Love at First Night.
I was like, I
Love
guess
at
they're
First
two
Night.
different TV shows.
Look, dyslexic. Okay, Love at First Night.
Yes.
Okay, that's what it's called. That's what it's called.
Yeah. Okay. You have another one?
No, those were my two. So I think
The
Pose
winner
won.
is Pose.
The Pose is
The Pose is the best TV show on TV, and if it's not going to be nominated by some of these white award shows and win awards at these white award shows, the one place that it will win an award is right here on this Black Gay Award show.
come on out.
So Pose was the best TV show of the year. Had the most to say, took the most risks. It grew the most because when we look at season 1 to season 2, the growth of the acting skills, the growth of the glam team, the growth of the stories being actual stories that we know of people in the ball scene and in the trans community, and actually enlightening some people that didn't know these stories at all. Some people that didn't, have to go back and refresh themselves on Paris is Burning and even figure out what the context of these stories were. So anything that can be...
Oh, and then they had the body in the closet.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I just remembered.
The body is still in the closet.
The body is still in the closet, yeah.
FYI.
But shout out to Love at First Night. If you have not watched this show on YouTube, make sure you check out Slay TV because we love them as well. Really close.
Absolutely. The next category is She Tried It.
Tamar one day posted on Instagram, ladies, the truth is these dudes out here really do be gay. If he ain't touched you in 3, 4, 10 days, it's because he don't want you. He wants some dick. Tamar, what? Huh? Whoa. I was right in the middle of paying my Comcast bill. Then I got an Instagram notification that Tamar has a new post. And I'm just like, well, Brixton Values ain't filming or airing right now. It might be filming. It ain't airing right now. So what is Tamar talking about? Let me go see. Okay, well, I'm going to have to pay this Skype bill tomorrow because I got to get up here and read her and down to the comments. What's going on, Tamar? Tried it. She tried the fuck out of that.
Your line was suspended?
Tamar line needs to be suspended. Cut her line. I'm so excited about the website, y'all. But who do you got for You Tried It?
Oh, so, okay, you got one nominee for She Tried It.
Also, Milan Christopher released a dildo and a replica of his booty hole down to the brand deal. So did y'all buy that? I was like, okay, we were all like, wow. We were happy that Milan Christopher had a brand deal at that capacity, but we were all like,
I would feel dirty fucking Milan Christopher's silicone butthole.
I was just like,
It could have been any other black entertainer, and I'd be like, ooh, this might be interesting. But I'm like, ooh, this feels greasy.
I mean, we were excited, but we were just like side-eyeing it the whole time. So what is that about?
So does it have artificial walls, or does it have walls like he
Well,
has
he got to
walls?
pick if he wanted to have the beads or if he wanted to have the lines or what the zigzag lines should be. So when you put your meat in there, it should replicate the feeling of his booty hole.
But that's what I'm trying to figure out. Like, is his booty hole really... That's too much.
She tried it.
I tried it. Okay, I nominate myself because I tried it right
No,
there.
I was talking about him. That's why, because
I was like,
that's why we side-eyeing it. We're side-eyeing it because of like, so what does his booty hole feel? We were happy for him, but we were just like, I don't know. She tried that.
She tried it.
She tried it.
My first nominee for She Tried It was is Cats the movie.
Sweetie.
Taylor Swift, you tried it.
Jennifer Hudson.
Y'all tried
James
it.
Corden. Jason
Idris
Derulo.
Elba.
Oh my god.
Y'all tried it.
I just ran out of
$95 million it took y'all to make that movie, and she barely made $7. $95 million. All this A-list talent, did nobody give a fuck to go see it.
James
Y'all
Corden
tried
said
it.
he hasn't even seen it yet, but the reviews say that it's terrible. James Corden, you starring in the movie. You can't say that you ain't seen your own movie and that the reviews are terrible. You can't say that. Where's your marketing girl?
Cats the movie, y'all tried it. Jussie Smollett,
Woo!
you tried it.
Winner. Okay, but no, Tamar tried. Okay, so
Hold on. I'm not done. I'm not done yet.
Okay.
Jussie Smollett. I don't even know if I don't even really feel like I gotta even tell y'all what Jussie Smollett did and tried.
Oh, that girl.
The Chicago Police Department is also trying it, but they're not nominated. Kevin Hart, you tried it.
Okay, well, let's say that because this in the next category for me. But we can give our points.
Okay.
On that.
Okay. The clear winner is Jussie Smollett.
Yeah.
Jussie Smollett, you tried it in
so
2019.
In the middle, it's 2 a.m. on the night of the polar vortex in Chicago. The girl 6 months later got the award for putting $62,000 on her own personal credit card. Look, y'all, I don't know what's going on in the world, but it is so cold. I cannot even let the homeless be out here cold. I got to go put $62,000 on my own credit card. She got an award for that. Humanitarian down to the BT Awards. And you mean to tell me you a A-list actor on Empire? It's like, bitch, I'm going to
A-list?
I'm going to the subway. At the time,
I wouldn't say A-list.
At the stunts, shenanigans, had Beyonce,
A-list. Jussie Smollett, B-list.
had
They're not
Frank,
on the same
Frank
list.
Gadsden's, one of Beyonce's creative directors out here putting a noose around your neck and talking about, oh, you had got beat up. It was Clorox bleach poured on you and they called you a nigger and they had on mega hats and what?
And it was white men. And then you still hold up the story to this day like it really happened. Like, we have not seen all of this proof against you. Now, I don't believe the Chicago Police Department like I don't believe in Slim Fast. But all of the proof that we have seen shows us that you tried it. You tried it in 2019 and you still are trying it. You should give it up.
And his charges was dismissed off of if he relinquished the $10,000 bond that it cost him to get out or something like that. And then he claimed he did a weekend of community service. Okay, so girl, you got away. But you know he did.
Shut up.
He said, no, I was unjustly victimized, so I'm gonna sue. Or what? And then
Countersue, yeah.
The Chicago police girl, we're gonna sue you first. Imagine us out here. She do win the try to award, but Tamar also tried it.
Tamar really tried it.
If your man ain't touched you in 3, 4, 10 days, that means he wants some dick. And then she put that on her mama. And she ended the rant with, I put that on my mama. A stroke survivor.
Evelyn didn't deserve that. But the black gay community did not deserve what Jussie Smollett did to us. Because now we ain't going to be believed in no goddamn where.
Yeah.
So, Jussie Smollett, thank you. You can also come down and pick up your award.
Throw her away. Kevin Hart. This nigga seriously.
I didn't even get to announce the award category.
I just did.
Okay, all right.
Throw her away.
Throw her away as the award category.
Throw
These
her.
are people that we are throwing the fuck away. These are irredeemable people.
Okay. So the scam was Kevin Hart had tweeted some shit like 2012, 13, 14, 15. Back when he was on the come up. No Nicki Minaj DVD. So he had tweeted some homophobic shit. He was cackling with his followers and it was anti this, anti that, and it was anti me. So we all got together and said, girl, you just come around here and just go on your apology tour since you touring for everything else. And he's like, no. Matter of fact, fuck the Oscars. I'm not apologizing to them. And so I guess they can keep their little war show. Then he goes on Ellen as if some white lesbian girl can speak for me and my journey and my struggle, my brothers and sisters, what we go through having to be one, black man, two, feminine, three, I might got a wig on because, girl, it's Tuesday and I wear wigs on Tuesdays.
You just took your wig off. You don't have a wig on.
So, but that's my story. Ellen ain't got that story. Oh, well, I went down to the Ellen, so that makes everything right. No.
You can come down to the Here For It podcast.
Then release the trailer for the "Don't Fuck This Up" documentary by Kevin Hart.
That's where I was going with when I was.
You just seriously got a book deal off of this? What? I mean, a documentary deal. Same difference.
Talking about his struggle, how hard it was for him. It was so hard for you to lose $1 million deals when you already got other $1 million deals lined up. It's so hard for you. That's the difficulty in this situation.
Jumanji 1 and 2 coming out. What is going on?
Well, she ain't gonna make that much money, but okay.
Because we're not gonna go support Jumanji 2 the way we supported Jumanji 1 because of this shenanigan.
I agree. I'm not gonna see.
I'm not gonna go see Jumanji 2. No,
at all. And I recommend y'all don't either. If you do go see it, pay money. Like I always tell y'all, pay money to another black film.
Queen and Slim.
Yep, Queen and Slim. And then go walk over into Jumanji if you just have to go see that shit. But put your money towards a black movie that is not problematic, where we don't have to pay our money and give our acceptance to the bullshit. You are giving acceptance to the bullshit when you are buying a Kevin Hart movie ticket and just saying, well, I just want to go laugh. You can go laugh at a whole bunch of other shit. You can go watch Queen and Slim and get a black love story. You can
Education. Queen and Slim.
You can even go see Harriet, even though that's got problems.
Woo.
But you know what Cynthia Erivo ain't doing? Shitting on black gay people. So,
what you got for throw her away? Throw her away.
So, you got Kevin Hart. You just going to... Okay, Kevin Hart.
I got another one, but I'm going to see what you got first before I reveal my hand.
It's probably going to be the same one. So, for the second consecutive year, Meghan McCain is on my list as a nominee. She was on my list. I believe she won last year as well.
You know how I feel about Sarah.
Meghan McCain won last year in the Throw Her Away, and we're still trying to throw her away.
Look.
This year
she tried what? Bitch, I just read it. Just hit my memory while you said she tried fucking Whoopi.
Yeah, she tried Sunny Hostin on many occasions, and this year, 2019, she continued the same behavior of being a brat, an uninformed brat,
my father,
an uninformed conservative brat. Throw her the fuck away. There is no redeemable qualities about Meghan McCain. My second nominee is also, I have a few nominees. This is one of my favorite characters. Favorite categories, excuse me. My second throw her away nominee is Morehouse's Dress Code. We read Morehouse to the Filth earlier in the year about
men supposed to wear this.
What men and what trans people can do on the campus of Morehouse. Morehouse, you are a college, you are an institution, you are not God. You don't get to tell people how to live and how to show up. So
you're supposed to be a thought leader.
Supposed
Especially
to be
for that tuition rate, girl.
So throw that dress code away. Number 3 is T.I.
Expeditiously.
Expeditiously, she can get the fuck on out of here. I haven't heard a good T.I. song in at least 5 years, so I don't think any good ones are coming up.
And the last song he put out was with Iggy Azalea, and then he renounced her as the heir to
Grand Hustle. So, I don't care. I want him to be a good family man to his family. He don't need
good luck with that.
That's obviously a struggle for him as well. My other nominee is people who don't wash their legs. This year we saw the collective of white people not realizing that they must also wash their legs when they are in the shower. And I find you irredeemable at this point. I can't believe that you are an adult and you are out here raising children more than likely, and you don't know that life lesson to teach a child. So I feel like you should be thrown away.
Your skin is your number one body organ. Please take care of it. Your skin on your face, your skin on your legs, your skin on your toes.
Also a recurring nominee from 2018. Also, wasn't shit all of 2019. Kim Burrell. Irredeemable.
Skip. Can we just skip? If you got another one.
That's it. That's enough. So I got Meghan McCain, Morehouse's Dress Code, T.I., People Who Don't Wash Their Legs, and Kim Burrell.
Kaya tried to read Bobby Lights. Now, not saying that Bobby Lights from Trina's cousin from Love and Hip Hop Miami. Not saying that he don't use his little association to sashay around Miami and get the things that he desires. But Kaya, you couldn't even get on the same damn dancing set with damn Janet Jackson. And your claim to fame is going to be reading Bobby Lights?
It's really my neck, my back, but...
And then... Apparently, she tried to come for Saucy Santana.
Oh, yeah.
A victim of gun violence. On the E-way, turning around, coming around the mountain when she come. And then somebody decided to shoot up Saucy Santana. You ain't got to like Saucy Santana. Shout out to Material Girl. Shout out to You Can't Kill Me, his new single about the incident. And shout out to anything Saucy Santana is doing. He does not deserve to be shot if he is not instigating an actual gun violence incident. If he was at the strip club and yes, he pulled his pants down and he wanted to shake in his thong a little taste too, cool. Y'all can be mad at him about it. Y'all go ask him to pull his pants up. All those things warranted. But to shoot at the car he in while he getting on the E-way, bro. What the fuck? And for Kaya to have something saucy to say about Santana's incident, go away.
She also is presenting something without seasoning, like we talked about at the very beginning. If you have something to say, make sure it has some seasoning. Kaya, you need more seasoning.
Throw her away. So who wins? I don't know. Who's your top pick?
My top pick is People Who Don't Wash Their Legs. I'm sorry.
I think that's a collective throw her away, but I don't think that deserves like 2019 here for a like at the top of our. It's either Kaya or Kevin Hart. I feel. Because those were like egregious towards the LGBT community, the black gay community, which we stand.
No, Kim Burrell was more egregious to the black gay community
this year.
Yeah.
I thought the thing with the purple
Remember
boots,
she did the
I thought the thing with the purple boots was last year.
Yeah, the boots was last year, and then this year she did the LGBT people. Remember that?
She don't deserve no. She don't deserve no consecutive. No.
She didn't win last year. Meghan McCain won last year.
We gotta pick a winner though. So who?
All right. Well, like RuPaul does sometimes.
Well, because you brought Kevin Hart up in the last category, and I brought Kevin Hart up in this category. So he's a
double
tried
nominee.
it. He's a tried it and a throwaway.
Yeah.
So I think Kevin Hart has more.
But that's why I put her and tried it, because I think that he has potential in the future. I think he can be taught. I don't think Kaya can be taught.
Okay. So does Kaya get to throw it away?
But I think Kaya might make some music in the future.
This is so difficult. This is why they just announced it at the end, because this around the tables talk. Okay.
I guess I'll agree and throw Kevin Hart away for now.
2019, we're throwing him away.
Yep.
And we're praying for redemption.
Yeah.
Because you still got to see Jumanji 2 if you're going to redeem.
I'm not going to see Jumanji 2. If I see Jumanji 2, it's going to be on Netflix.
Okay.
Next category is the real sexiest man of the year. Now, we have this category because People Magazine does their sexiest man of the year, and it's always some ugly white man.
Blake Shelton.
And then they did. Hold on. And then they did Idris Elba last year, and we were like, okay, I mean, I guess, but that's because it's mainstream for white women to like Idris Elba. That's why that happened. And now this year, they awarded John Legend. And I was surprised by that.
The youngest EGOT winner, 39 years old.
Yes. And that's sexy about him. Accomplishments. Mm-hmm. His demeanor is sexy. He's obviously very, very talented. So I was excited that they actually did that. A lot of people hated that because he wasn't their conventional view of a sexy black man. But he's sexy. He's safe and sexy to me. So he's one of my nominees as well. So since he won the People's Choice Sexiest Man Alive, he's one of my nominees.
We might actually keep The real. Okay, right.
Yeah, I'm gonna nominate the one that won the People's Choice, the People's one. Mm-hmm. So John Legend is my first nominee. My second nominee is My Fiance. Hi. My third nominee is DaBaby, because there's something sexy about him. I don't think he's not conventionally sexy, but it's something sexy about him. Just like
I like his.
I want to see what he smell like.
Oh, I like his swag.
Yeah, I just something sexy about him. Next is Lil Nas X. He's legal, so I can say that.
I would say he's like 19, but
he's legal.
Oh, here we go. All right.
Those lips.
16 in Alabama. He's been legal for 4 years.
Luckily, we don't live there. My next nominee is Omari Hardwick, since y'all favorite show that went off the air. And last but not least, Yahya Abdul-Mateen.
So I had two, and the second one was Yahya from Watchmen, just because that last episode or so of Watchmen.
He was sexy before then. I'm glad that more people.
Because when I saw him in Aquaman, I was like, wow. And then I saw him in
If Beale Street Could Talk.
I want to say it was the movie where it was a Regina Bell again. He was in, yeah. So If Beale Street Could Talk, then he was in one more.
He's
the Netflix thing,
Striking Vipers.
Yep, he was in the Netflix series Black Mirror on that Striking Vipers episode. So I mean, like, he's been a rising star.
I've been knowing he's sexy as fuck for 2 years. Everybody else just caught up 2 weeks ago.
So, but my sexiest man, my number one, I put Dwayne Wade for the way that he loves his family. That is so beautiful.
But is that sexy?
And then yes.
I don't know. I'm asking.
Oh, I said yes because the way he's the same way y'all gave DaBaby the thing for his charisma, because he ain't traditionally like, oh my gosh, bitch, just drop everything and go run. I don't.
No, some people would say that he is though. He's not to me.
So a very successful basketball career.
Yeah.
Dwayne Wade is also fearless in like educating people around him, be it in person or on social media, about being progressive as the male figure in the household. So I really think that those things make him attractive. So I think it's between tell me your thoughts. I think it's between DaBaby, Yahya, and who else you got?
My fiance.
Girl, bye. Okay, that's cute.
Oh, you're so mad. Why are you so mad?
That's so cute. You've been engaged for 30 minutes, girl. So,
it's been longer than 30 minutes.
So, DaBaby or Yahya?
Yahya.
Okay, well, Yahya wins.
Yahya Abdul-Mateen, come to my house and pick up your award.
With your fiance here.
That's fine. He will help me. Trust me. We've talked about this. That's all I'm gonna put on the internet for now. My next favorite category, one of my favorite categories, is the best porn star of 2019. I have nominated S. Raheem from Twitter, Fat Rabbit Killer from Twitter and everything else.
Even with the allegations?
Yes.
Okay.
So there was also debunking things that came out against the person that made the allegations.
The up and coming girl.
So neither here nor there.
But I want to believe victims.
I believe the victim. No, I
really want
to. So if you didn't hear that episode of the podcast that happened, I guess maybe a month, 2 months ago, we believed the victim initially, and corroborating evidence against the victim came out afterwards.
Oh. So
I was like, well, I don't know who to believe in this instance because it's evidence against your story.
You still listening to Michael Jackson.
But I'm putting him as a nominee because of his impact and because of the feverish amount of people that are looking at his videos. I saw straight women commenting on his videos.
Straight women love gay porn.
And I was like, you got straight women like this?
Pornhub continues to be enamored every year. They don't know how come straight women love gay porn. Straight women watch it more than we do.
So I nominated S. Raheem because of the volume, because that nigga has a video every week. Every week. If you are on his OnlyFans or on his Twitter page or whatever, you are fully entertained. He's got something for everyone.
I wonder what the rate is.
I'm not trying to find out because I'm not paying for it.
I'm not paying for
And last but not least is Cash De Niro. Cash De Niro was my nominee and winner last year. He's a nominee this year because he reinvented himself with his boyfriend, who is also a porn star, Rico Pruitt. And so they have had all this on the internet drama because Rico Pruitt was somebody else's boyfriend, and then now he's Cash De Niro's
Then J.D.
boyfriend.
Blackstone was in the mix.
Well, they back best friends now, allegedly.
And then they announced that Rico Pruitt and Cash De Niro had a joint OnlyFans.
Yeah, they do.
And I was like, what?
So I nominated him because, girl, you are staying relevant in the porn game no matter what.
Oh shit! I closed Facebook. No, it was time sensitive. So I also recommended them because like nobody was really expecting that. But then also my second nominee is this person right here. Oh. So they're a person making their own. They're a newbie to the OnlyFans. This is their first annual.
Let me find his.
So Memphian.
Okay, that's his because he's got a new Twitter.
Yeah,
I don't want to say his government name. I know him personally.
His other one got suspended, so he created a new one. So I was promoting him on Twitter, so the girls can go. He can look Memphis. Look, we gotta support each other, whether it's on the blog and the podcast or whether it's on OnlyFans. Y'all need to support Memphis. We got talent in Memphis.
Yeah,
K. Michelle ain't our only talent.
That is the talent coming out of Memphis.
So L. Yates was a faceless person who was making his.
Is that his new Twitter name?
No, that's not it. But okay, he got a tattoo. So
okay, I just don't want to reveal his real.
No, people knew him by his tattoo. That's
right.
where I'm going. That's the see. Look, a story arc.
Okay.
So people knew him by his tattoo, and he was a faceless profile out here actually hosting sex parties around the nation. I met him in DC. I was like, "What are you doing here?" I was at a conference, and then we went to Yard House to get something to eat.
And was he doing that? Never mind. I've been to the
conferences. He was being sponsored like I was at the conference.
Come on, Tierra Marie.
So
you looking for a sponsor?
Yeah, he was like within like 1 to 2 blocks of the conference, probably being sponsored. So L. Yates, but he was hosting sex parties and everything, and so like when they promoted that he was going to be there, they had to show his tattoo because that's how you knew he was going to be there.
Okay.
But then he decided he was tired of hiding behind his faceless profile, and then he came out and showed his face, and then it made the people fall in love with him even more because they were putting the face with the ping, and it's a long girthy thing. So shout out to Mr. Yates. He's my best porn star of 2019. Just due to the story, like he was a faceless profile, he was going around touring, you know, and people were like, oh, I wonder what he looked like. And then he was like, okay, well, here's what I look like. And then the numbers grew and the numbers went up and the girls are going up and they're getting up and they're getting off. So, but I think Rico and them rolling.
No, but I'm going to pick one of your other nominees as a winner. I'm going to pick L. Yates because I personally can vouch for what he does. I have never seen any of these other people do porn in real life. I have seen L. Yates do porn in real life.
Oh.
And it gives. It gives what it gave.
What the girl say? It's not even giving what it's supposed to give.
It gave what it was supposed to give.
It's giving what it's supposed to give.
I've seen it in real life.
Okay.
And I was like, well, I'm just going to sit over here.
All right.
So congratulations, L. Yates.
Shout out to Memphis. We won.
Take that back to Memphis. Best porn star of 2019.
Yeah.
Next is the best social media mogul or maven of 2019.
I got 2.
Okay.
One is already snatched. What are they snatching tonight?
A category.
Cool. So Dana White, I do love seeing him on Twitter. He's always representing for gender nonconforming individuals and also snatching girls, making sure that there's equal pay and justice for all of our LGBT entrepreneurs out here in the working space, whether it's speaking, doing HIV tests, or whatever we're doing out here in the space. Hire Black gay people. Pay them what they deserve. You know, I love seeing things like that on my timeline because I get inspired to when I'm talking to people to keep making sure that I'm getting what I deserve. And I feel so inspired because I know my other people in the industry are also doing that. But my number 1 pick is George Johnson, who has written for all the publications, every single one. And he was also the resident editor during Pride Month at BET.com. So I was really excited to see that. And his
A back-to-back nominee. We nominated him last year.
and his commentary on the latest Twitter happenings is always entertaining and on time. Plus, his new book "All Boys Aren't Blue" is due next spring, so I'm excited to see him tell his own story and how he stands up for Black gay people all the time, writing about our stories, writing about his own story. Even on thebody.org, he writes about being HIV positive. He always posts pictures about him going to get tested every 3 months. So, because I remember when I would talk about it, I would do it every 6 months. And people are like, stop sharing that you're going to get tested. Why? Why? People are saying that they don't see anybody doing it. That's why they don't know that they need to go get tested. So I love that even with all of his following, he continues to share like, yes, I'm HIV positive. Yes, I get tested every 3 months. Yes, I keep my levels and counts and things. Look, y'all not gonna have me out here. So shout out to George Johnson.
My nominees are first is Drew McCaskill. Shit, I fucked that up. Drew McCaskill.
I've heard that name before.
Yeah. He's a friend of mine, so I guess I'm a little bit biased in that. But Drew McCaskill is a speaker and host of a Sirius radio show, Sirius XM radio show. Also joins my other nominee on his show, Clay Kane Show, but is also a senior vice president for what is his title? Senior Vice President of Global Communications, and is making moves in the media spaces that we really need to see for Black gay men, in the public relations route, in the executive rooms where we always see old white men. Drew McCaskill is the only black gay man that we see in those spaces. And what he does goes beyond social media. His presence is making its way around, and it continues to get bigger and bigger. So he's already taken over the XM radio game. He's on Karen Hunter's show. He's on Clay Kane show. He does his own things. And by day, he's a senior vice president in corporate America, slaying the game. So Drew McCaskill is my first nominee. Clay Kane is my second nominee. Again, like I said, also in the Sirius XM radio space, getting larger and larger every day. Also an author, also a speaker. He continues to grow every time I see his name spoken. I just love him and love what he does with his platforms. And finally, Jerome Trammell. Jerome Trammell is also a speaker, a public figure, if you will. He is most notably known for going to Tommy Lauren's book signing and disrupting the fuck out of that. And is very vocal about everything in Black gay Twitter. He is followed by a lot of straight people, but speaks authentically in a gay gaze. And that's what I love about his social media platforms. So those are my three nominees.
So George Johnson or... Because I feel like we both love George.
We do both love George. George won last year.
Okay. Or do you have two?
Drew McCaskill.
Drew McCaskill. I like Drew McCaskill. Wasn't following him, but I do like everything he's doing. I can go with that.
Yeah. Drew McCaskill, you are our best social media mogul of 2019.
Everything. He was on something 40 under 40, and I'm looking at the Twitter bio and my pussy again went PR Week Top 40 under 40.
Trailblazer.
Sirius XM contributor, BET analyst, diversity. He says diversity evangelist. Okay, you better wake these girls up. They believe in everything else. So shout out to Drew McCaskill for being our social media maven. Gay Olympics 3.
Mogul.
Whatever is going on.
Maven is a woman.
I just want to talk about the name of our award-winning awards. The Gay Olympics, 3rd annual.
This is the 3rd annual Gay Olympics. That was our last award.
Yeah.
If you guys have any submissions, do we need to do a
That
recount?
we missed? Yeah.
Do we need to do a recount on anybody that we did give an award to and we shouldn't have given an award to? Or who do we miss? Did we forget somebody? Did somebody get snubbed?
Because somebody tried it that we didn't include. It was very difficult. I know yours was very inclusive, including the washing legs. But I was like, it's some more moments. It's some more moments.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's 365 days in this year.
Come on, Anita Baker.
Really? Go back and listen to all the episodes. So if you want to get the moments, go back and listen to all the episodes because the moments were covered.
Okay. Just like we covered the rest of that book.
I'm getting there.
Oh, okay.
I just want y'all to know, I am voting present.
Oh my God.
I am voting present at the court hearing for Ed Buck because I would like to be there. So I'm gonna vote present like Tulsi Gabbard did.
For the impeachment. Sure.
Ed
but that's
Buck,
how your name get in the books, because Tulsi Gabbard name wasn't gonna be in the books any other kind of way. Her stripe in her hair wasn't gonna make her memorable.
so I'm voting present because I want to be there when Ed Buck gets tried. Ed Buck has a new attorney who also defended O.J. Simpson and the murderers of Nipsey Hussle. So it does not shock me that his new attorney stays on the wrong side of history. But I would like to vote present because I would like to be there. I would like to see both of them fired.
Juror number 12.
Hashtag execute Ed Buck.
Convict Ed Buck. Then we're gonna get to the execute Ed Buck.
I've always been in the...
You can't apply the perm before you put the Vaseline around your edges.
Yes, you can.
you ain't gonna have no edges.
Yes, you can.
You put the Vaseline on the edges so we can keep the edges, and then you can perm it.
It's many of girls out there.
You can burn it, but you gotta get your steps in order.
So, hashtag execute Ed Buck by any means necessary. We do not have a sexual health this week.
No social studies either.
This week was meant to be fun because it's Christmas. Merry Christmas, y'all.
Yeah. Subscribe on our Patreon so we can get the Malone Christopher fleshlight. We gotta buy 2 fleshlights, so we're gonna need like a lot of Patreon donations.
That's not what I'm going to do with my money from there, but okay. So we're going to move right into our songs for our souls because that's what's right.
Time management. My song for my soul, I was watching something and it was like this old like 1940s and 50s slow jam. So, like it was very guitar and a male vocalist, and it's called Mind Your Business. By Hank Williams. He says, if the wife and I are fussing, brother, that's our right. Because me and that sweet woman got a license to fight. I got a little girl.
I don't think y'all do.
It's the 1940s.
Okay.
I got a little gal that wears her hair up high. The little boys all whistle when she walk by. But why don't you mind your business? Mind your business. If you mind your own business, you won't be minding mine.
The domestic violence of it all.
The verses are problematic.
Okay.
But the chorus about mind your business.
I agree with that part.
Mind your You know what? If you mind your business, you won't be minding mine. So that's the song for myself. I've been inspired. I hope I inspire you girls 2020. Mind your business. Do your detox.
Do your Kegels.
And do your moisturizer regimen.
That's sexual health for this week. Do your Kegels.
And you do that, and you mind your business. That's when the blessings come in.
My song this week is more celebratory because we are done with 2019. She is done.
Yeah.
It is time for a renewed energy to move into 2020, and this is an oldie but a goodie and a mood.
Come on.
Jack Knight and Dakota House. All we want to do is make you bounce. Monifa, would you turn me out? Show me what you think is all about. Repeating Jack Knight. Do you really want to touch it? Do you really want to mess with me tonight? Oh, and if you know how I like it, would you call my name and give it to me right? could you just put that thing on me? Damn, I almost start singing it again.
Okay.
So I can just freak on you, and you can just freak on me, and I'm gonna give it to you all night long. I'ma show your body what your lips are doing wrong. Baby, first off, that part right there, I'm gonna show your body what your lips are doing wrong. You can't eat it. And so if you can't eat it, the least you can do is beat it.
Be still, sir. I'm gonna show you something.
Be still. You lay down. I got the rest.
I'm gonna show you something.
That's why she became a lesbian. Shout out to my friend, one of my space partners, good space partner.
Come on out.
Her.
Well, don't come out because you gonna get whooped.
Yeah, don't come out to the spade game because we don't play them games. But me, Monifa, Therese, and assorted other people played spades way back in the day, back in Puerto Rico. So this is my friend. So she know I don't mean no harm by saying it. But do you really want to touch it? Do you really want to fuck with me tonight? Oh, and if you know how I like it, would you call my name and give it to me right?
If you know how to give it to okay. Woo.
So, Monifa was not playing any games. I think it would not be far-fetched of me to say this is probably the biggest single of Monifa's career. Everlasting career, because she's still out performing, doing concerts and being booked.
Appearances.
And everything like that.
Imagine getting paid to show up. Oh, put my name on there, I'm going to show up.
Oh, yes. Oh, yeah. And that's how we met. She was being booked for the same thing I was being booked for in Puerto Rico. And she's still being booked for it, actually. And I'm not, but that's neither here nor there. This song came out in July 1998. I didn't realize it was like that recently. It just feels like it was just...
It feels more 93, 92.
Yeah, it feels like because it's just been a staple for so long, because it's just been a hit for so long to me. It doesn't feel like it was, it's 20 years old. It's more than 20 years old.
Yeah.
We're moving into a whole nother decade. Old.
I'm like, do I got to start buying the pants? Am I that old? How many decades I done lived through?
Well, you ain't have no sex this year.
I lived through 2 millenniums.
Wow.
2 centuries? What I lived through? I don't even know.
You lived through 2 millennium tours. That's it. You lived through 2 millennium tours. No, my love. Next is our Here For It. What are you here for this week?
The Washington Post recently received a complaint that the Mormon Church is worth more than $100 billion and mismanaging its funds. On record, there have only been 2 instances where the Mormon Church has given out any of the money that they've raised, and one was somehow the Mormon Church had an insurance company, and so they had to do a payout because, girl, I guess they lost a lawsuit. I'm not sure. And then the second time is when they were building a mall close to the church, so they had like a real estate deal to like develop a mall close to where the church was. I guess so church members could be close and they could have like a social setting that mimicked what the Mormon Church wanted their social life to look like. But those 2 things, according to the whistleblower complaint, is not what a nonprofit organization, a religious nonprofit organization, should be giving their money to. And so the whistleblower said, girl, look now, I got some documents, I got some papers, I got some things over here. And IRS, the IRS in the 2008 housing crisis, the whistleblowers confessed that Wells Fargo was with the shits. And those people got a part of the IRS, the money the IRS recovered. So if you're a whistleblower for girls not paying their taxes, if they receive a whole lot of money, as the whistleblower, you get a kickback off of what they. So the Wells Fargo whistleblowers have received payouts of approximately $200 million. So imagine the Mormon Church, their charity arm being worth $100 billion, and a whistleblower saying like, well, if you give me a little piece of the taxes that y'all recover, then I have a lot to say. So I definitely would I'm interested, one, in this personal case, because, girl, fuck the Mormon Church. They were Prop 8 in the anti-gay marriage. They were leading the charge with that because they have so much money. The Mormon Church reports that it cost them $6 billion a year to operate. I can't even imagine to manifest this scam, and so their charity arm is hoarding $100 billion for the second coming of Jesus. Girl, if you think Jesus coming, I'm asking if he taking cash or card. Jesus coming. Where the steps at? Stairway to heaven. Put me on it. I don't care. God and Jesus them got the 2 pieces of fish and the loaves of bread if I get hungry. The Mormon church can't do nothing for me. If the second coming of Christ is coming, the Mormon church's $100 billion can't do nothing. So I really hope the Washington Post and the IRS work with this whistleblower and they all get a Merry Christmas. And I hope they have a Happy New Year because we need this. And these religious organizations do need to lose their charity status because y'all are hoarding $100 billion for the second coming of Christ.
What is that going to be spent on? Is Jesus broke when he come back?
So, I know y'all believe in fairy tales and things, but I'm not here for it. But I am here for the whistleblower saying, like, girl, this company that's worth $100 billion is trash. And I would like to tell y'all some things if y'all get a kickback for me.
Well, this is not my here for it, but I just saw it trending on Twitter and got excited, but then they took my joy away.
Oh.
It says, rest in peace, Ed. And I was like, ooh, my magic is working. I didn't know I was that fucking powerful. I spoke death upon that man, and then he died. Now, I'm hoping to become that powerful in 2020, but apparently I'm not that powerful yet. It was about some ESPN sportcaster. So rest in peace to that man because I don't know him. I'm sure he's not to the level of evil that Ed Buck is, but I'm hoping to become as powerful as to speak death upon Ed Buck in 2020 and it become realistic. My here for it this week is the year of the big black anaconda. From Safari to Yahya Abdul-Mateen II to Jason Derulo, we have seen big black anaconda all year long from these celebrities, and I live. I absolutely live.
And if you weren't living, they could put some life in you. Hello.
And take it away. Hallelujah. 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 I mean, if we're going to go to church about it.
Okay, that's when the blessings come in.
That's when the blessings come in and come out. That's where the blessings come in.
Woo!
Anyway, I love that it happened. I feel like, yes, there are people that fetishize black men, especially dark-skinned black men, but I liked to see the outpouring of love and lust for all of these men that happened this year. And whether they showed
showed their talents. Yaya's a great actor.
Yes. He was beautiful before I saw his penis.
Woo.
Who else was it? Safari's not a great rapper, but I mean he's nice. And Jason Derulo, he looks
beautiful
kind.
Gowns.
He looks kind.
Beautiful gown.
And so I'm just happy that their penis is bringing them profits.
Hallelujah.
Cause I mean, you can keep it under wraps and not get shit for it.
Y'all out here selling feet pics. I could out here sell dick. All right, come on.
Kim Kardashian got a billion dollar family off of throwing her pussy and titties everywhere. So why not? Big black dick should be a higher commodity. Quote me. And last but not least, it is our last call. It is our last call of 2019. If you are unfamiliar with the show and unfamiliar with what our last calls are, it is when we take a shot, preferably of tequila, to close out the episode because it will be our last call. So if you would like to take a shot of something with us, it's Christmas. Your ass should not be at work. If you are listening to this in the morning, feel free to day drink. It's Christmas. Turn up.
My last call goes out to Stonewall House, which opened recently in Fort Greene, Brooklyn. New York. They have 145 units,
Oh yeah, I did
and
see this.
they will be opening housing to like people who are 62 years or older, who make less than 50% of the average income in the Brooklyn area. And they're definitely dedicating portions of the units to people who are homeless, previously homeless, and things like that. You know, they're going to take care of the homeless elderly. I'm really excited for. I think in DC it's called Mary's House. DC is supposed to be developing something like Mary's House has been in development for a couple years. So I'm hoping that the project here in DC will get launched soon. And I'm hoping that smaller cities will be able to see that there is a specialized audience, because as gay people, when we get old, we don't have 8 kids and 13 grandchildren or 2 great
Unless
grands.
you have a house.
Unless you were heterosexual a little taste at first, and then you just
No, but I mean like a ballroom house. Like
oh
they have
like House of Prodigy. Yes,
yeah,
shout out to
House of LaBeija, House of Pendavis.
yeah. So but a lot of us will be old and alone. So shout out to Stonewall House down to the Brooklyn, New York, in the Fort Greene area. And I'm just really excited to see what they do, because it will definitely, by default, become a model of what housing the elderly looks like 30 years from now. And child, ooh, together. I would like to see it, but I hope it ain't bleak.
Same. Um, Thankfully I'm going last because mine was a lot brighter. My last call is to the HBO show Watchmen. While you guys are off for the holiday, go binge it all now if you have not
Watch it
seen
again,
it.
because it was
I'm
some
going to
stuff
watch
that-
it again.
Yeah,
I'm going to watch. Well, I guess I watched 3 episodes again because my fiance hadn't seen the last 3 episodes, and I wanted us to watch definitely the last 2 together because it was just
good.
so romantic and a good story outside of the penis. Yes, the penis was a bonus. Yes, the penis was a masterpiece. But outside of that,
Regina King and Yaya gave amazing performances.
yes. So not only was there was glorious nudity, but there at the center of the story was a black love story that I don't feel like we have seen on TV forever. I really don't. I'm sorry. Just like a love story that contained sacrifice, a love story that contained legacy of things coming around full circle and family. All of those things played a part throughout this show. And yes, if you're not a comic book fan or if you're not a sci-fi person, it may involve some patience. You may have to be patient through some of it because some of it is very sci-fi heavy. No, you don't have to have seen the movie before. No, you don't have to have read the graphic
No,
novels
because I ain't
before.
seen none of that. No.
I have, and when you have, it makes it that much more special. But even if you have not, this is something that is standalone, and I'm sure most of you have heard already. The very first episode encapsulates real history that even black people didn't know about. White people, I knew that white people weren't gonna know about that and didn't care about it anyway. But for black people to know about the Holocaust of Tulsa and then get interested to go find other things, because that was not even the only Holocaust in the early 1900s. There were earlier Holocausts and later
The
Holocausts.
one in St. Louis.
St. Louis, Philadelphia,
The one in Detroit.
Detroit.
Yeah.
So
The race riots.
I want them to, see that from the beginning to the end. The beginning is very shocking, and then all the way to the end, where I like the representation of a black person being all powerful, or more than one black person. And I'm not spoiling it, but one black person being all powerful, and then maybe another black person being all powerful. We just don't see that on TV. We really don't even see it in the movies.
I want to say, where you see that at?
You really don't even see it in the movies. Because, Black Panther wasn't all powerful. Black Panther had weaknesses. Black Panther was getting his ass whooped here and there. And in other black comics. But without spoiling it, I just want y'all to take the time. If you don't got HBO, go find your friend that got HBO. Get their fucking password. Go watch it or go over their house. Spend some time with your friend, even if you don't like them, and watch the show. Find a way to watch it. Or some of y'all got Fire Sticks, you can pirate it. It don't matter because the ratings weren't that great for it. And so we don't know if we're going to get a season 2. But it's a standalone season where even if we don't get a season 2, you can just continue to watch this one season and see so many different things unfold throughout the time. So last call is The Watchmen.
That is this week's episode of Here For It Podcast.
And that is this year's episode of Here For It Podcast. You're not going to hear no more from us in 2019. Next time I talk to y'all, it's going to be 2020.
Follow the show on the internet at Here For It Pod, hereforitpod.com, patreon.com/hereforitpod, hereforitshop.com to get merchandise, and hereforitlive.com if you want to see us in your city, honey. We are trying to come to Atlanta. Somebody called me the other day. When y'all coming to Atlanta? Did you send me your sugar daddy number? I'm trying to get numbers. I'm trying to make connects. We're trying to come to Atlanta. So if you got a sugar daddy or if you know a money man, and we ain't got to give up no sugar, that's better. Follow me on the internet. My name is Ronald Matters. Find me on the internet at Ronald Matters, and of course, RonaldMatters.com.
I am the Superman, TheeSupaman. I am still one of Patti LaBelle's missing background singers. You can find me
in St. Louis rolling no dubs. Nelly had a bop back then. What's the
Nelly hit Kelly? I don't trust that.
What? Okay, cool. The revolution.
You can find me in 20.
Take your Truvada.
Yeah, I'm gonna get there. You can find me in 2020. That's just that. The revolution will not be televised. It will be on a podcast. Take your Truvada, and I will see y'all in 2020. Bye.